Set in the year 2091, Killing Floor 3 continues the legacy of its predecessors as a cooperative first-person shooter. Players unite to combat hordes of grotesque creatures known as Zeds, utilizing an array of weapons and strategies to survive relentless waves. The game introduces enhanced graphics and refined gameplay mechanics, aiming to deliver an immersive and intense experience. Notably, the developers have drawn inspiration from various sources to craft the game's gruesome art, ensuring a visually impactful presentation. The creative director, Brian Wynia, mentioned that their approach to designing the game's gore was influenced by everyday experiences, aiming to keep it both copious and palatable. In Animal Use Protocol, players assume the role of Pen, a hyper-intelligent chimpanzee leading a daring escape of lab animals from the nightmarish Anchorage station. This 3D first-person, narrative-driven survival horror game emphasizes stealth and strategy as players navigate the facility's treacherous corridors. Armed with a gravity manipulation tool, Pen can interact with the environment to solve puzzles and evade threats. Accompanied by Trip, a resourceful rat companion, players must uncover the dark secrets of the facility while avoiding relentless pursuers. The game's atmosphere is intensified by its eerie setting and the constant sense of danger lurking around every corner. Macabre offers a unique blend of stealth, horror, and cooperative gameplay, introducing players to the genre of stealth extraction horror. In this game, players are plunged into an unstable time rift, navigating infinite timelines, including those of other players. The primary objective is to extract valuable resources and escape while evading detection by horrifying interdimensional terrors lurking within the rift. The game emphasizes stealth and cunning over combat, requiring players to work together or, at times, betray each other for personal gain. The dynamic environments and intelligent adversaries ensure a suspenseful and unpredictable experience.
We gotta find the others, dude.
Little Nightmares 3 continues the acclaimed puzzle platform horror adventure series, introducing two new protagonists, Low and Alone. Players navigate through the Nowhere, a desolate and nightmarish realm filled with hostile beings and treacherous environments. Each character possesses unique abilities. Low wields a bow and arrow, while Alone carries a wrench. These tools are essential for solving puzzles and overcoming obstacles. The game supports both single-player and online cooperative modes, allowing players to team up to escape the horrors that await. SCP Fragmented Minds is an action-packed horror game that immerses players in the enigmatic universe of the SCP Foundation. Set within Mars Site-113, a once secure research facility now overrun by anomalous entities, Players must navigate through decaying corridors, confront relentless anomalies, and uncover the dark secrets that led to the facility's downfall. The game offers a blend of combat, stealth, and exploration, requiring players to utilize a variety of weapons and tools to survive. As they delve deeper, players will face psychological challenges and moral dilemmas, making each decision impactful. The atmospheric design, combined with a haunting soundtrack, aims to deliver a truly immersive horror experience.
The things they kept up here were some of the worst anomalies ever encountered.
Nakwon Last Paradise is a third-person zombie apocalypse stealth survival game set against the backdrop of Seoul, South Korea. In a world where firearms are scarce, players must rely on their wits, stealth, and melee combat to navigate a city teeming with zombies and other survivors. The game introduces a unique blend of PvP/VE mechanics, where players scavenge for resources, complete missions, and decide whether to cooperate with or confront other survivors. The densely packed urban environment offers numerous hiding spots and strategic advantages, emphasizing the importance of sound management and tactical movement. Solasta II is the anticipated sequel to the tactical role-playing game Solasta: Crown of the Magister. Developed by Tactical Adventures, this installment continues to build upon the foundation laid by its predecessor, offering players an immersive experience deeply rooted in tabletop role-playing mechanics. While specific plot details remain under wraps, the game is expected to introduce new storylines, characters, and challenges, all while maintaining the strategic, turn-based combat and rich narrative elements that fans have come to appreciate. Sniper Elite Resistance is the latest installment in the acclaimed Sniper Elite series by Rebellion Developments. Set in 1944 within Vichy, France, the game introduces a new protagonist, Harry Hawker, a seasoned sniper who becomes entangled with the French resistance. Players are tasked with sabotaging a formidable Nazi superweapon, navigating expansive open-world environments that offer multiple approaches to objectives. The game emphasizes tactical stealth gameplay, allowing players to utilize a variety of weapons and tools to eliminate targets and gather intelligence.
To occupied France. Once your boots on the ground, your first priority is to establish contact with the French resistance. Their intelligence has been vital to Agent Fairbairn's mission, and they've uncovered a new Nazi plot that must be neutralized with SOE precision and coordination.
Come! Time is of the essence.
Your objective is clear. Liberate our allies from the iron grip of Nazi tyranny and stop a sinister new wonder weapon.
Welcome to the
Arken Age is a virtual reality action-adventure game that transports players to the Biochasm, a terraformed fantasy world crafted by the Grand Arborist. In this immersive environment, players engage in physics-based combat, using Arcanite-infused swords and guns, confronting adversaries corrupted by Hyperion's neural influence. The game offers a rich narrative, allowing exploration of densely populated environments, climbing, swimming, crafting, and epic boss battles. Players can customize their weapons, interact with unique alien life forms, and uncover the secrets of the Nara alien race. Steel Hunters is a free-to-play, player-versus-player-versus environment shooter that immerses players in futuristic mech battles. Set on an abandoned Earth, players assume the role of hunters, formidable mechanical giants, engaging in intense battles against 5 rival duo teams. The game combines elements of hero shooters, battle royale, and extraction mechanics, requiring players to collect rare loot, upgrade their mechs, and strategically outmaneuver opponents to secure extraction from the hunting grounds. Each hunter boasts unique abilities, weapons, and progression systems, encouraging diverse playstyles and team synergies.
The apocalypse!
They got me good.
Hang on! I don't leave my partners behind. Revive it now!
Let me repay the favor!
Consider your death part of the plan. This isn't over.
You will face impossible.
Turok Origins marks the revival of the classic dinosaur hunting franchise, transitioning from its traditional first-person perspective to a third-person cooperative shooter. Players assume the roles of legendary Turok warriors, embarking on a high-stakes adventure to combat ferocious dinosaurs and a formidable alien threat intent on annihilating humanity. The game offers both solo and cooperative play, encouraging players to harness a variety of weapons and abilities. A unique feature allows players to collect DNA from fallen enemies to upgrade their arsenal, enhancing combat effectiveness. Onimusha: Way of the Sword is the latest installment in Capcom's renowned action-adventure series, set in the tumultuous era of feudal Japan. Players take on the role of a samurai wielding the mystical Oni Gauntlet, a powerful artifact granting the ability to vanquish demonic entities known as Genma. The game emphasizes intense swordplay, requiring players to master various combat techniques to overcome formidable adversaries. Exploration is a key component, with the historic city of Edo-era Kyoto serving as a backdrop, now shrouded in malevolent malice. Beneath is an upcoming first-person action horror adventure that immerses players in the mysterious depths of the ocean. Players assume the role of Noah Quinn, a seasoned deep-sea diver who must navigate a treacherous underwater world teeming with unimaginable horrors. Armed with various weapons and relying on his wits, Noah faces both monstrous creatures and mercenaries as he strives to escape and unravel the mysteries of an enigmatic complex of underwater stations. The game emphasizes resource management and psychological endurance, challenging players to confront fears that extend beyond the physical threats lurking in the deep.
These things are not from this world. What I've seen here defies all logic. Nothing makes sense. There's no way out of here. I'll have to go down below. Assuming the place they mention really exists. What they say is true. If this gets out, we're all in danger. If anyone's hearing this, send help. Now.
The Witcher 4 is the forthcoming installment in CD Projekt Red's acclaimed action role-playing series. This new entry marks the beginning of a fresh saga within the Witcher universe, with Ciri, the adopted daughter of Geralt of Rivia, taking center stage as the protagonist. Set in a more brutal dark fantasy world, the game follows Ciri as she embarks on her journey down the Witcher's path, confronting new challenges and adversaries. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, The Witcher 4 aims to deliver an immersive open-world experience, featuring enhanced graphics and more dynamic environments. Split Fiction is an upcoming cooperative action-adventure game developed by Hazelight Studios, renowned for their previous titles It Takes Two and A Way Out. In this new adventure, players follow the journey of two writers, Mio and Zoe, who become trapped within a simulation that blends their respective science fiction and fantasy narratives. To escape, they must collaborate, navigating through a series of diverse and dynamic levels that challenge their abilities and teamwork. The game emphasizes a constantly evolving gameplay experience, with each level introducing unique mechanics and scenarios, ranging from taming dragons to engaging in futuristic combat.
Then they become a little bit bigger dragons with new abilities. But in the end, they grow up to be full-ass dragons. And now, you can fly around and kick ass. In another level, you play these ball droids that can magnetize and shift to different forms. And then the droids become your exosuits. And you can now attack and hack different objects.
Thick as Thieves is an upcoming multiplayer stealth action game developed by Otherside Entertainment, led by industry veterans Warren Spector and Paul Neurath, known for their work on immersive titles like Thief and Deus Ex. Set in a gloomy 1910s metropolis that blends industrial and magical elements, players assume the role of master thieves, navigating a world filled with wealth, power, and intrigue. The game emphasizes stealth, strategy, and player versus environment mechanics, challenging players to outwit rival thieves and overcome environmental obstacles to achieve their objectives.
Best to stay nice and quiet. But keep your wits about you. Who's there? Huh? You never know what's around the corner.
Naughty Dog's latest venture, Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, is a sci-fi action-adventure game set in a retro-futuristic universe. Players will follow Jordan A. Moon, a bounty hunter stranded on the enigmatic planet Semperia. The narrative delves into themes of faith and survival, with Jordan striving to become the first person in over 600 years to leave Semperia's orbit. The game draws inspiration from 80s pop culture and future punk aesthetics, reminiscent of works like Cowboy Bebop. Tati Gabriel lends her voice to Jordan, and the soundtrack is composed by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Thank you. Listen, kid. I'll see you on the other side.
Developed by Funcom, Dune Awakening is an open-world survival MMO set on the desert planet of Arrakis. Players will navigate a vast, dynamic environment, engaging in activities such as resource gathering, crafting, and building alliances. The game emphasizes survival mechanics, requiring players to adapt to harsh desert conditions and confront threats like colossal sandworms. Customization is central, allowing players to align with various factions and develop unique abilities. The game aims to blend elements of survival gameplay with the expansive social interactions typical of MMOs.
And heat. So if you see in the top middle of the UI here, we've got this sunstroke bar building up. The longer you stay in the sunlight, the more chance you have of getting into this sunstroke state. And of course, our player here, not the sharpest knife in the drawer, has decided to stay in the sun and try harvesting water from plants. So he has become sunstroked to get into NPCs head on. Now, troopers are the basic shock troops of the universe, and their ability trees reflect that. Grenades, Shigewawa claws for moving around, and of course, they're able to take down people with headshots.
Obsidian Entertainment's Avowed is a first-person RPG set in the fantasy world of Eora, known from the Pillars of Eternity series. Players will explore the Living Lands, a region characterized by its diverse landscapes and cultures. The game promises deep narrative elements, allowing players to shape their journey through choices and alliances. Combat is designed to be immersive, featuring a combination of melee, ranged, and magical abilities. The game aims to deliver a rich role-playing experience with intricate lore and character development.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is, you scare us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep.
Developed by Elysium Game Studio, Neo Berlin 2087 is a third and first-person action role-playing game set in a dystopian future vision of Berlin. Players step into the shoes of a detective armed with state-of-the-art technology to uncover a far-reaching conspiracy. The narrative delves into themes of justice, friendship, love, guilt, sacrifice, and betrayal, offering a deep, cinematic detective thriller experience. The game features a cyberpunk aesthetic, immersing players in a dark and atmospheric world.
I never asked for your help. Why are you risking everything for me?
I'm not gonna let them hurt you, Natalie. This city needs someone like you.
I never asked for any of this.
We'll find a way.
I hope you're right.
I am doing whatever is necessary to keep you safe.
From Software's Elden Ring, Nightreign is an upcoming cooperative action role-playing game set within the Elden Ring universe. This standalone adventure reimagines the game's core design, focusing on a 3-player co-op experience where players join forces to confront the creeping night and its inherent dangers. The game introduces a unique cycle where players have 3 in-game days to prepare for a final boss encounter, with each day culminating in a minor boss battle. The environment is procedurally generated, ensuring a dynamic and replayable experience.
I need your help.
Stand tall. The night is far from over. Little pillager, bent on stacking the lands of gold. I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
worlds together and prepared to claim.
Developed by 10 Chambers, Den of Wolves is a cooperative heist first-person shooter where players operate as criminals for hire in Midway City, an unregulated innovation zone. Players can engage in various missions, including industrial espionage, sabotage, theft, and assassinations. The game emphasizes strategic planning and execution, allowing players to gather their crew, decide on the best approach, acquire necessary gear, and carry out the heist. The dynamic nature of missions ensures unpredictability, with situations potentially escalating into intense action sequences.
Divided the enemies line up one by one like a real foot soldier. Stand my ground when I stare them down, cause they can't control us.
Diving in 3, 2, 1.
Sid Meier's Civilization VII is the latest installment in the renowned 4X turn-based strategy series developed by Firaxis Games. This game introduces significant changes, including the ability to mix and match leaders and civilizations, allowing for unique combinations such as Caesar Augustus leading Mongol warriors. The game is structured into 3 distinct historical eras: Antiquity, Exploration, and Modern. Each era presents specific goals and challenges, with transitions between eras offering opportunities to evolve your civilization based on prior choices.
Tell the story of humanity one hex at a time. Players nurture a teensy village, armed with clubs and torchlight, into a globe-bestriding empire by balancing their cultural, scientific, diplomatic, and war-fighting needs. Countless subsystems are woven into this pursuit, and when civilization is at its best, players enter something of a psychedelic zen as they remix human history. Never has this been more true than in Civilization VII and its marquee new feature, which we detailed at length in IGN's original preview last August. Rather than selecting one nation and charting a path to victory, players will wield control of a specific leader, who will switch to 3 distinct civilizations, divided into 3 ages. Antiquity.
Astropulse Reincarnation was a single-player, science fiction, third-person shooter RPG set on a war-torn future Earth. Developed by Imaginary Studios, the game was envisioned as part of a larger transmedia universe spanning games, films, and novels. The narrative centered around a mysterious cosmic energy known as Astropulse, which arrived on Earth via meteorites 250 million years ago, drastically altering the planet's evolution and reshaping human civilization. Players would have embarked on a journey through this post-apocalyptic world, confronting ancient entities and uncovering deep-seated secrets.
Rise. Be my wrath, my revenge. Join me.
Developed by Indonesian indie studio Separu Interactive, Agni Village of Calamity is a cinematic survival horror game inspired by classic horror media. Players assume the role of Agni, a determined investigator from a covert Indonesian police unit who defies orders to venture into the remote village of Desa Purba. What begins as an unauthorized investigation quickly plunges Agni into a horrifying reality, challenging her understanding of everything she knows. The game emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and survival against relentless threats, all presented through a fixed camera perspective reminiscent of classic horror titles.
Siapa sih itu? Gede mulu anjir. Iya, sebentar. Lila, Kakni seneng kan kalau aku pergi?
Developed by Rogue Factor and published by Nakwon, Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game that combines intense melee combat with the thrill of exploration. Players assume the role of Remy, a soldier navigating a semi-open world plagued by supernatural creatures known as Hollow Walkers. Armed with melee weapons like swords, polearms, and axes, each offering distinct attack styles and speeds, players must confront these otherworldly entities. A drone companion aids in distracting enemies, adding a strategic layer to combat.
The fourth directive was the combat system of the game had to be a third-person melee combat with melee weapons. The fifth directive was that the game had to take place within a contemporary setting, as you can see, this brought a bit of a challenge how to justify the third-person melee combat in a contemporary setting. And the sixth one is I wanted to make sure that the enemies in the game were not humans, and we would not bring any harm.
Developed and published by 11-Bit Studios, The Alters is a science fiction base-building survival game that delves into themes of identity and choice. Players control Jan Dolsky, a space miner stranded on a hostile planet. To survive and find a way home, Jan creates alternate versions of himself, known as alters, each embodying different life choices and possessing unique skills. These alters assist in operating a massive, wheel-shaped mobile base that must continuously move to avoid lethal solar radiation.
Our alters have the necessary knowledge and skills that we desperately need to succeed. But they also come with their own goals, ambitions, and fears, all derived from their different life paths. And that can generate problems.
Stop pretending you have any idea how I feel. Incompetence, incoherent decision-making, a groundbreaking mission on the verge of failure. Damn, I just hope I don't f*** everything up again.
Developed by Far Out Games and published by Konami, Deliver at All Costs is an action-packed game set in 1959, where players take on the role of Winston Green, a courier tasked with delivering unconventional cargo. The game combines elements of destruction and absurdity, allowing players to navigate highly destructible environments in a variety of vehicles. Missions range from delivering a giant flailing marlin to disposing of an atomic bomb on the verge of explosion, each offering unique gameplay mechanics. The game draws inspiration from titles like Crazy Taxi and Grand Theft Auto, emphasizing fast-paced driving and chaotic deliveries.
You may be clever, and a good courier even.
Whoa! You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, but I trust you about as much as a penguin trusts a shark as a swimming buddy.
Warning.
Hey, stop that!
Device activated. Please avoid.
Developed and published by 333 Studios, Retrieval is a cinematic horror adventure game that blends immersive storytelling with deep character development. Players assume the role of Hana Loshe, a commander of a research team stranded on the distant planet Rhyhalion. As Hana explores a mysterious retro-futuristic subway base, she uncovers chilling secrets and faces terrifying challenges. The game draws inspiration from classic horror titles, aiming to deliver a gripping narrative filled with unexpected twists, exploring themes of friendship, love, loyalty, and horror.
There's nothing we can do!
There is no end.
Developed by Lightspeed LA, Last Sentinel is an open-world action game set in a futuristic, dystopian Tokyo. Players assume the role of Hiromi Shota, a formidable warrior navigating a city reconstructed decades into the future. The game emphasizes a rich narrative experience within an expansive urban environment, blending elements of science fiction and cyberpunk aesthetics. The development team comprises industry veterans with experience on titles such as The Last of Us, Jedi Fallen Order, and Uncharted, under the leadership of Steve C. Martin, known for his work on Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption series.
Follow me.
Tenet of the Spark, developed by Roar Games, is a narrative-driven action game that follows the story of Will, a boxer who discovers the powers of his Viking and Aztec ancestors. This unique ability allows players to switch between different eras, utilizing distinct skills to combat enemies and solve puzzles. The game combines urban settings with historical elements, offering a dynamic combat system and a storyline centered on self-discovery and redemption. Players will strengthen their connection to their ancestors, unlocking new abilities and uncovering the mysteries of the Spark. The game is set to release in 2026 for PC and consoles.
What was that?
Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows is an action-adventure stealth game set in feudal Japan during the late Sengoku period. Players will experience the narratives of two protagonists, Fujibayashi Naoe, a female shinobi and member of the Assassin Brotherhood, and Yasuke, an African samurai inspired by the historical figure of the same name. Each character offers distinct gameplay styles, allowing for diverse approaches to missions. The game emphasizes stealth mechanics, parkour, and melee combat, staying true to the series' roots while introducing new features tailored to the Japanese setting. Developed and published by Rebellion Developments, Atomfall is an action survival game set in an alternate history 1960s Britain. Following the catastrophic wind-scale nuclear disasters, northern England has become a radioactive quarantine zone. Players assume the role of an amnesiac protagonist exploring the desolate Lake District, uncovering secrets and confronting mutated creatures, cult members, rogue military agents, and robots created by the British Atomic Research Division. The game combines first-person exploration with resource management, crafting, and combat, emphasizing player choice and narrative depth.
And you must uncover the secrets of what happened. It's up to you to discover the truth behind the disaster and figure out just how much of this world can be saved.
It doesn't matter what else happened, as long as the truth of this place gets out.
Before you can set out on that quest, you'll awaken in the quarantine zone with little knowledge about who you are